In a twist more scandalous than fiction, the walls of Buckingham Palace are trembling with whispered betrayal and hushed panic. Queen Camilla, wife of King Charles III and the once controversial figure in a decades-long royal love triangle, is now at the heart of a fresh, and potentially devastating, revelation. Private, affectionate messages between her and an unidentified man have surfaced, sending shockwaves through the monarchy and triggering a frantic lockdown behind palace gates. The leaked messages, which have been quietly circulating among a tight circle of insiders, reeve #a level of emotional intimacy that suggests far more than harmless friendship. The hashtag tone, according to sources who have seen the content firsthand, is deeply romantic, unmistakably personal, and alarmingly recent. One message, reportedly sent late at night, reads, "Every moment I steal with you feels more real than the entire life I'm supposed to be living." The identity of the recipient remains a closely guarded secret, but early speculati #on points to a figure from Camilla's inner circle, a man who has long accompanied her at private functions, but never drawn public attention. Described as distinguished, charming, and discreet, he is believed to be a long-standing confidant, who remained in the shadows even as Camilla ascended to the highest rank in the realm. Sources suggest the messages were not obtained by hackers or paparazzi, but rather discovered by palace staff following a technical audit of encrypted communications, a routine cybersecurity measure that quickly spiraled into a full-blown crisis when flagged messages were forwarded up the chain. By the time the king's most senior advisors were informed, the material had already been seen by at least 4 aides, one of whom is said to have broken down upon realizing the implications. Inside the royal household, panic has given way to controlled #fury. King Charles, according to those closest to him, was blindsided. He didn't shout. He didn't collapse. He simply went quiet. "That's how you know the damage is real," said one longtime palace staffer. The king reportedly demanded an emergency briefing, then retreat #ed to a private study, cancelling all appearances for the following 48 hours. Behind the scenes, teams of legal and communications experts have been mobilized to contain what many are now calling the most personal and threatening scandal to hit the royal family since the Diana tapes. Advisors are scrambling to determine how much of the message trail is retrievable, and more urgently, how much has already been the #arcade, or sold to tabloid outlets hungry for royal blood. Meanwhile, Queen Camilla is said to be in emotional turmoil. Friends close to her insist the messages have been misinterpreted, claiming they were part of a long-standing, platonic connection rooted in deep affection. But few within the palace appear convinced. Even her most loyal allies have reportedly taken a step back, unsure of how to defend a situation that could unravel decades of public #rehabilitation and royal unity. The timing couldn't be worse. With the monarchy already battling declining approval ratings, internal family rifts, and relentless scrutiny over finances and transparency, this scandal strikes at the heart of the institution's most sacred bond, the supposed stability of its leaders' personal lives. If Camilla, once vilified and then embraced as the King's rock, is now seen as emotionally entangled with another man, it could reopen deep wounds in the public PS #ish. Royal watchers are already drawing parallels to past scandals, whispering about Diana's televised heartbreak, Charles' infamous recorded calls, and the long, painful evoluti #on of the royal family's relationship with public opinion. But this moment feels different. The players are older, the stakes higher, and the public less forgiving. For now, the palace remains officially #silent. No statements, no denials, no #explanations. But inside its gilded walls, trust has been shattered. The king and queen are reportedly no longer staying in the same ing. Camilla has postponed #Riva #TE engagements. And a once carefully managed public image now hangs by a thread, fraying with each new whisper. If the monarchy was #a stage, the curtains are beginning to tremble. The audience may not know the full truth yet, but they can feel the drama brewing just beyond the velvet folds. And in the quiet corners of the palace, where silence often says more than scandal, one truth looms large. The past is never truly gone. And some secrets, once exp #os #ed, leave